the NASDAQ here. So I'm going to kind of like show you how I can read price action real time and everything you guys ask for. Everything's real time. You can see that candlestick countdown on the price axis. You see that little volume imbalance right here? Gonna look at that for short. Just busy drawing it and traded up into it. Hopefully it'll give me one more little kiss before it runs away. If it gives me half this wick here, I'll go with 6 on that as well. Real fast on 15 seconds. Take that. And we're going to use the open on this candle here. And I'll look to add 4 more. There you go. If you look right over here, I like this inefficiency. So I'm going to highlight that. And we'll clone that. Alright, so these are the levels I'm looking for. All of this is permissible price action, trading up into this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Notice where the bodies are stopping, the volume imbalance where I pointed to before the fact. But this is where the price can reach up into. So for clarity's sake, I want to enter here because it may not go all the way up into this area right here. But because I want to be in and be assured that I have a position on, I'm using the volume imbalance as my entry point. And you can see how the volume imbalance is encapsulated price action in its bodies. Okay. Right in here is a inversion fair value gap. I know it's very small. You can see it trading up into that. And we'll see price want to reach down. I'm going to place that here. Let's actually do just above consequent encroachment of that inefficiency. So we look at this. Yep, that's one tick above that little red line in here. And these are this is upper quadrant, lower quadrant. So we'll take this off now. And what I'm doing is I'm watching on the 5-minute. I want to see price erode down at least beyond and below the halfway point or consequent encroachment of this discount wick. I want to see price go below this low aggressively with no respect of that low. In other words, I want to see it just slice right through it and speed up to get inside this area down in here, which is this particular buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. One more attempt to get into this inversion fair value gap. I'll draw it out so you can see it. As you can see, it's very, 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 very small. But that's all you need. You don't need depth of market DOM. It's not auction theory. I'm seeing so many people sharing videos with goobers on YouTube thinking that they found the grail. ICT's rebranding auction theory. It has nothing to do with auction theory. But I understand you have to have something to explain away. But if that's what it is, you'll have the same results that I have, and able to trade the same way I'm trading if it's something that's known, right? So we want to see it trade down into this small little volume of balance, this volume of balance. I want to see it reach through both of those and aggressively make a run below that low here. That's exactly what I want to see. Compare some of this open risk now, very, very small. In fact, I'm going to take that stop and place it just above the opening on that candle because we went above the volume imbalance. I'm sorry, the inversion fair value got there, and it quickly rejected that. Note that. So we're going to put the stop loss right there, and we will see what we see. Volume imbalance in here. So we've gone into this one. We've traded into this one. Again, these are volume imbalances. These are the weakest PD array, and I say that with the focus on it being a PD array that is the most flexible, where price can go beyond it and come back and reuse it. And it helps me get a read on price. Sometimes volume imbalances are dead locked right to a turning point, and I can use that as a target, a partial, or an entry. And it's just how I see the market at the moment, and I try to utilize the narrative that I think is underway in price action, where I think that we're going to try to reprice down here. It's been pretty much a pump all day today, and there's liquidity under that low. That's another reason why I want to be right at that consequent encouragement, because this buy side bounce, sell side efficiency has that little wick in there, and we're seeing all of that come true here. So I'm just like random. I say that facetiously, obviously, when I'm tongue in cheek, but this is supposed to be auction theory according to the guys on YouTube. Oh, you guys. You're going to eventually get tired of trying to find something that I supposedly rebranded, but I didn't rebrand anything. This is all original. And if it's something that's being rebranded, why isn't someone else out there making videos, recording themselves, executing on the other stuff that's supposed to be rebranded? Why don't they just keep using the old content that I supposedly rebranded by someone else instead of using my terminology? That's fun. I just realized I don't have the executions on. I apologize for that. There they are up here. And we want to see it drop down into here and dig into that low right there. Right there. Okay, so I don't need this full inefficiency between this candle's high and that candle's low. I don't need that entire range repriced to. But I am seeking consequent encroachment, midpoint, trade down in there. Now we have a small little volume imbalance. See that? And all these wicks. So whenever I have something like that, I can look at the middle of the wick, which is consequent encroachment. That could be the extreme high, because I don't want to see this high taken out. You can trade up there and then reject and go down into this area down here. Oh, I see it get real heavy in here. I'm going to look for a best case scenario filling there, but I'm going to take off 6 if we print below 62. So I'm trying to finesse the exit. If you look at this right here, that wick, see that? Turned right there and retreated down into that area. So it's the high of that, which is fine. That's good. But I'm not interested in taking any partial until we get down to below 62. Almost there. Let's put a buy limit there. That way we can get a price that's favorable. There we go. It's almost like it's magic. All right, so we'll see if we can get any more juice out of this lemon. You see how we swept that low right there? Now I'm going to drop a line right on this little low. You can see how we reached for it on that. That level right here. You see how we're reaching below that? See that? Everything outlined. And look at that. Oh my goodness. I should probably start a YouTube channel and teach these things. Until next time, be safe.